guiding light, readers and seekers in the night, hopes and fears written in gold, truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around, mysteries we found in the shadows we dance.
Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, everyone. And welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection Daily Inventory. Chance to check in with the universe and all that wonderful stuff. Hope everybody slept well or is having a nice day. I think me and Jenny have like sunshine out there today. Doesn't look too bad outside. I have not stepped out yet, so I guess we will see. But somewhere the sun is shining. Maureen, how are you? Hope all is well. So, welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection Daily Inventory. Chance to check in. Reminder to take a breath. And word of the day, which is, it'll be okay. It's a lot of words for the word for today, but listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. Oh man. I forgot what it meant to relax. I am so glad that I have a reason to have a reminder to just take a breath. Because I've been running around like a chicken with his head cut off, so I need this reminder. So, what am I doing here? Taking that breath, that reminder, checking in with where our feet are. Mine are flat on the floor, rolling the ankles because that feels darn good. Having the butt do the kitty dance. Get myself nice and comfortable. Check in with the shoulders. Do that shoulder meter thing and the neck. And let let the light switch kind of click. That says, you know what? Let's just kind of relax and see what the universe has for us. So, okay. So what am I going to do here then? This morning, I'm going to do our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in a multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path. And this conversation will lead down a totally different path from this one. So, the question is, which one do we want to take? Today, let's take the top stack, or what I like to think of as things that are right in front of us and we don't even see it. And doing our 3 in 1. I will flip each one over one at a time like we're reading the pages of a book. So our first card today is the World. So we're starting off with a major. And what is the World? The World is just when we are closing up a chapter. Every day we have different chapters in our lives that we're closing up. Sometimes the chapter is just, this was a tough day yesterday. Another chapter may be spending an entire lifetime getting a child ready for college. We have different types of chapters, different types of endings, different times where we're just taking a breath and say, okay, it's time to do this different. Sometimes when we see the world, we've lingered in this chapter And it's time to take a look at ourselves and say, what is it that I need to change today? So as we look at the world, it's just kind of asking us, what do I need to change today? If I'm not seeing a big change on the horizon, then what do I need to change for today? So let's see what the next card is. It is the 9 of coins. So coins are about home, health, finances, all the things that keep us grounded. And nines. So we have the numerology, said it a million times, haven't I? But I often say that, in numerology, it's 1 to 10. We're trying to go from 1, 2, 5, 7. We get to 9. And if it's a race, that from 1 to 10, 10 is not the finish line. 9 is the finish line as we move into the next phase. So 9 is a recognition of the things that are around us, the positive things, the things that we've worked hard for. The portal of 0. Actually, I like that. Maureen, I've never heard that called that before. That's kind of cool. Actually, that gives a whole different reflection on it too. So here we have the 9 of coins. It's another kind of preparing to move into another phase. And again, since coins are home, health, finances, all the things that help keep us grounded. If it's that race from 1 to 10, 9 is that finish line. So again, it's those things that we've done positive, right? And that we look forward. It's like we've made changes and we work towards things. Maybe we're working towards a vacation. Maybe we're working towards a new car. Maybe we work ourselves to death with the 10 of Wands. So we make changes, we do things, we accomplish our goals, and sometimes we take on further burdens. Or as I'd said with the 9, it's the finish line. And we got what we wanted sometimes. And then we just linger. And when we have the 10 of Wands, Wands are what? Wands are the element of fire. They are our passion, our energy, our drive, our movement, our action. One wand is just a seed, and it's I've got this idea, and I want to do something. And then with 2 wands, and then 4 wands, 4s are stability and celebration. But if we're collecting these wands and we're holding them, the further we go up, the heavier these get. And like when we get to 9 wands, we've accomplished a lot, right? So 9 coins, we've accomplished a lot. But life is a cycle, as I said, and each day can be just a cycle. So we see a cycle here where we move into a new phase. There's the honeymoon phase where maybe we've even accomplished a lot. But what happens when we stay too long? Well, things start to get repetition or boredom, or it just starts to become a struggle. All those positive things that we've accomplished. Yay, we get a new title at the office. It doesn't mean we get more pay. It just means that we have a new title and more work. And in corporate America, we usually promote people to their highest level of incompetency. Think about that. You get the job, you work hard to get to the 9 of coins, and they are going to keep promoting you to your highest level of incompetency. You did so good at this. Let's see what happens when you manage 20 people to do what you're doing now. I'm not a manager. So it's when we promote ourselves to our highest level of incompetency, when we push ourselves. So as we're looking at this, it's a reminder of the cycles that we go through. We start something, we realize that a 10 of Wands is heavy. So we put them down. And that final thing gives us the 21. We get the world. And it's like, because we've accomplished, we've learned, and we've grown. This card is about accomplishing, learning, and growing. We step out of it. We accomplish, we learn, we grow. And then sometimes we hang on to things too long. I love my car. I don't want to get rid of it, but it keeps breaking down. Now it's a burden. You know, what are the things then that are becoming a burden to us today? That it's time to go through the cycle. But let's see what the advice card is. And it's the Four of Cups. So we've got a bunch of different elements here. We're affecting earth, fire, cups are water. All three different aspects of ourselves. Cups, the element of water. There are our spirituality, our emotions, and our feelings. So as we get ready to close through a chapter, sometimes we do it because, you know, here we are, we get 1 cup again. That's spiritual growth. 2, we're making choices. 3 is about growth. 4s are 4 legs on a table and it's stability. And what happens to water when it stands too long? You know, we keep doing the same thing and just, you know, until we get tired of it and decide to put down the rock. So here we are, and this is just a reminder of change is a good thing. You know, sometimes we sit too long. We're that frog in a pot. And I know that it's not a true analogy, but, you know, we've often heard a frog will sit in a pot, and if you slowly put a fire under it, it'll stay there and just slowly boil. You know, well, that's what happens to us sometimes. You know, we work hard, we get these things, but sometimes we allow ourselves to become stagnant. So the question is, what is causing us stress today? What is making us feel stagnant? A 10 is a 1 and a 0. And that is where we can close out this particular chapter and start fresh again. So what is it that work, home, that's starting to feel stagnant? You know, even relationships, since we're dealing with cups. You know, sometimes our relationships with people, you know, we're this caring givers and things like that, but then we feel like we're being taken for granted. We're doing all this work. What are they doing? And it becomes stagnant. And sometimes we need to put this down and say, you know what? We need to reevaluate this. So with that, thanks Jenny Kabbalah or Boris, where Melkuth becomes Keither. You guys are so deep. So with that, thank you again. Take care. Have an amazing, amazing day. And I will see everybody again tomorrow. Take care.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards.